Hello, my Biblio darlings, and welcome. Thank you so much for coming back. It's so good to see you. Today, we're going to be reading a story called The Mischievous Monkey. But before we get to The Mischievous Monkey, let's do a deep breathing exercise, maybe a stretch, and then some jokes. Ready? Let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now hold the breath for And now exhale out like you're blowing out wind for 8. And remember, we do the deep breathing exercise to remind our bodies that we are safe right here in the moment. And another way that we can feel safe and calm is to stretch up and to the side and maybe in front and side to side. That also is a really good reminder to the body that it can move energy through it. And the third way is by jokes. And I'm going to tell you 3 knock-knock jokes. And I'm hoping that I get them all, because sometimes I don't get them, but sometimes I do. So this is the first time that I'm reading these jokes. Ready? So here's the first one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Conga. Conga who? Conga to your party. I broke my leg. Conga to your party. Oh, can't go to your party. I broke my leg. Okay, kind of cute. Okay. Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there? Bacon. Bacon who? Baking a cake for your birthday. Oh, that's great. Oh, okay. Get it? Bacon? Baking a cake for your birthday? Okay. And here's a third one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Curry. Curry who? Curry this cake to the table so we can start the party. Oh, instead of Carrie, but curry? That's so great. Okay. Oh, that's so good. Now, the fourth way of really learning to relax and to calm is by reading a story. So I'm going to read to you a story called The Mischievous Monkey. And here with The Mischievous Monkey, what I see, there's a bull, a purple bull in the bottom part of the picture, and it looks like the purple bull is by a river or a stream. Looks like there's a little snail looking up at the bull, and it looks like to the side there's a big tree, and it looks like there are 2 monkeys at the top, a bigger monkey and a smaller monkey in the middle part, and there's 1 monkey on the bottom hanging by his tail or her tail, and then there's the last monkey that's hanging onto the bull's tail. Huh. And then in the background there's a beautiful sun with rays going out, and then there's some orange in the background. That's a really beautiful picture. So here's what the story has to say. The Mischievous Monkey. Relax, be very still, and listen. Listen carefully to this tale about a mischievous monkey who liked to play tricks on an old buffalo. So my apologies. I thought it was a bull, but it's not. It's an old buffalo. That is, until one day when he learned a very important lesson. Would you like to know what this was? Let's see if we can find out. Now, the naughty little monkey and the kind-hearted old buffalo both lived in an ancient forest next to a great grassland. Every day, when the sun was at its highest in the cloudless sky, and it got really, really hot, the old buffalo would wander to the edge of the forest and rest in the cool shade of the trees. There he would doze until the late afternoon, and then, when the heat was not so fierce, he would go out to graze with his herd on the grassland. As for the mischievous monkey, his home was in the branches of a great tree, and every day as the other monkeys sat grooming each other and chatting, he liked to wait for the old buffalo to doze off below. "Hee hee, I think I'll have some fun," he would say, gleefully clapping his little hands. One day, the monkey waited until he was certain that the buffalo was sound asleep. Then he swung down and, hanging onto a branch by his tail, just above the old buffalo's head, he screeched, "Growl!" The poor buffalo got such a fright, he jumped to his feet and looked around, but he couldn't see anyone. "What was that?" he muttered. "Hee hee hee, got you," laughed the little monkey, as he threw leaves and nuts down on the old buffalo. Then he scampered off into the trees, howling with laughter. The buffalo sighed, shook his head, and wandered off. "That little fellow gets naughtier by the day," he thought to himself, and went in search of a quieter place. Soon he found himself another inviting patch of shade, and settled down to finish his afternoon nap. "What a lovely spot," he said, before drifting off to sleep, unaware that he had been followed by his cheeky little friend. The monkey had swung over the treetops and once again sat in the branches just above the old buffalo, listening carefully. As soon as he heard him start to snore, he crept silently down from the tree and along the ground, through the grass, to pull the buffalo's tail. "Ow! Ow! Ow!" yelped the startled old buffalo. He got to his feet and was about to leave when he heard laughter. "Hee hee hee! Got you again!" laughed the naughty monkey as he swung up into the tree. Before he disappeared, he looked back and stuck out his tongue at the old buffalo. Like that. "Oh dear, it looks like I'm not going to get any rest today," lamented the weary old animal. "You're a big, strong buffalo, and you have sharp horns, so why don't you let that mischievous monkey bother you all the time?" asked a squeaky little voice. "What? Who said that?" "Oh, I'm so tired that I must be hearing voices," said the buffalo, to no one in particular. "Hey, over here!" called the voice. Looking around again, the buffalo spotted the source of the comment, a smiling little snail with a shimmering brown shell, who was sitting on a rock near the tree. "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Snail, I didn't see you," said the old buffalo. "That's all right," chirped Mr. Snail. "I'm small and not easy to spot, but you're big and strong. Why don't you put a stop to that little monkey's bad behavior?" "I don't like bothering or hurting anyone," replied the buffalo, "not even a tricky little monkey who shows me no respect." The kind-hearted buffalo then bowed to the snail and said, "Thank you for your concern, Mr. Snail, but please don't worry about me." And he returned to wander back toward the grassland to find his herd. Later that afternoon, a lone buffalo came to the edge of the forest. He had a very bad temper, and because of this, all the other buffaloes usually avoided him. He had been walking for many hours and was very tired, so he settled down for a rest at the foot of a tree and fell asleep. The mischievous monkey was finishing a rather large banana when he looked down from his branch high up in the tree and noticed the sleeping buffalo. Wonder what's going to happen next, huh? "Oh, he's back, is he? Time for some more mischief," the monkey chuckled to himself, not noticing that this was a different buffalo. So he swung down from branch to branch and somersaulted through the air onto the sleeping buffalo's back. The lone buffalo roared and shot to his feet. "What do you think you're doing?" he growled as he threw the little monkey off his back with all his might. "Ouch!" cried the monkey as he hit the ground with a thud. Shocked, he realized that it was the wrong buffalo, and now he was in big trouble because the angry buffalo was about to charge at him. The monkey froze with fear. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, the kind old buffalo appeared, warded off the furious beast, and gently scooped the little monkey to safety. The wild buffalo stamped his foot, snorted, and trotted off unhappily. "Oh, thank you," cried the little monkey gratefully to the old buffalo. "But I've been so mean to you. Why did you take the trouble to save me?" "It was nothing," replied the old buffalo modestly. "I just try to treat everyone as I'd like to be treated myself." And with that, he trundled off to have a rest in another lovely patch of shade he'd spotted. So what is the moral of the story? Often we don't give enough thought to our behavior. A wise person acts with respect and sympathy toward all beings, treating them in the same way that they'd like to be treated themselves. I think that's also known as the golden rule. And that's really wise advice. So what did you think of the mischievous monkey? I mean, here he was, this monkey that always teased and taunted the old buffalo. But in the end, the old buffalo saved the monkey's life. That shows great wisdom on the old buffalo's part. Well, now we've come to the end of our story. So let's do a deep breathing exercise, and let me read you some stories, actually in the opposite order. Not stories. Oh, I think my brain is tired. Let me read you some jokes. Ready? Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there? Cynthia. Cynthia who? Cynthia been gone. I haven't been the same. Oh, since you've been gone. Cynthia. Oh, got it. Okay. Ready for the next one? Knock, knock. Who's there? Al. Al who? I'll show you who's boss. Kind of cute. Okay. Ready? And here is the next one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Interrupting octopus. Interrupting octopus. Interrupting octopa Inc. Oh, could you explain that to me, please? I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's try this next one. It might make better sense. Knock, knock. Who's there? Interrupting parrot. Interrupting parrot squawk. Interrupting parrot squawk. Okay. Alrighty. Well, with that, let's do our deep breathing exercise. Ready? Inhale deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's hold the breath for And now let's exhale out for 8. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm hoping your body is feeling more relaxed and calm and centered with the jokes and the stretching that we did and the story of the mischievous monkey. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, see you later. Bye.